Let's get into this. Very good. All right, come on over here real quick. What we're going to be doing is basically answering questions for free to essentially go ahead and give people an opportunity to ask a disability attorney, the most viewed, the most subscribed to, the most clicked on disability attorney. We're giving people the opportunity to go ahead and ask me for free legal questions directly from the phone number of the law firm. So what you get to do, and I know it's 1:30 a.m. and it is technically it's Wednesday now, but the bottom line is this, and I have to go and work at the homeless office tomorrow. But the bottom line is this: if you dial right now 407 279 1754, you will get to go ahead and get a hold of me, so long as I'm not on the phone with somebody else. And I will answer legal questions for free. Now, there are some basic rules that you need to keep in mind. I don't have your file in front of me. I don't know all the little caveats in your claim. Don't expect me to give you a perfect answer because I don't know your entire file. Number two, no story mode. Number three, don't use a fake name throughout this process. Okay. Also, don't basically question stack. You get 1-2 questions maybe, but we're 5 to 7 minutes per call. Okay. Now here's the bottom line. I'm going to go ahead and pop over to here. Looks like somebody already called in, but they had an anonymous phone number, which is fine. But bottom line is I don't preference anonymous phone numbers. I tend to preference people who call in that don't have anonymous phone numbers, but we'll take it anyways. They called in. Okay, bottom line is this: they called in, and then they just go ahead and clicked off. So I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but either way, here's the thing. Again, if you call the 407-279-1754 number, we will go claim. But remember to use a fake name throughout this process. And we have somebody who is, I think they might be trying to scam me. Yeah, they're just trying to constantly call in. Here we go. Here's another one. Let's get it rolling. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Knott. This is Christine Hughes. I've spoken before.
Oh, Midab, I can barely hear you. Barely hear you.
Okay. So, can you hear me now?
Barely hear you. And I've got the phone all the way up. Try it again.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Much better. Much.
I talked to you before.
Okay.
I'm the blind girl in Las Vegas.
Oh, howdy, Madam.
Okay. So, my question to you is, I get SSDI, and a state whatever SSI.
Okay.
Barely over $1,000.
Okay.
Because of the fact that I am blind, I know there are some other benefits out there for me.
Sure.
And I just don't know where to find them.
Okay. So, so first and foremost, there are, which state are you in, by the way?
Nevada.
Okay, so I don't know Nevada that well, but when it comes to a lot of this stuff, there's usually county programs for the blind to assist with rental assistance and also transportation. Another thing to kind of
I'm already in subsidized housing, and in fact, I run a business that I have to keep at the table because I get resources for other blind people.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay, so what kind of additional assistance were you looking for? Like, what types of things were you looking for?
More money, because I worked my whole life, and so therefore that's why I get SSDI. But the SSI is so minimal; it's like an extra $300.
Sure, absolutely.
Big deal. I mean, I'm happy. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
And I doubt I'll be going through a continuing review because my statement says I'm permanently blind for a lifetime.
Yep.
So they're not going to waste their time on me. But you mentioned once before that there is a certain type of tax paper, an HR or something, I didn't get the name, that I can actually file in and get extra taxes. Like I can file for taxes and get money back.
For blind individuals, that there's an extra tax benefit? So, okay, give me a little more detail here.
Okay, so if I'm filing my tax, I don't pay taxes, right? However, there's always a spot there when I look at my tax form that overrides, like my $4,000 I could get back. Every year, it's right around $4,000 or $5,000 that I'm actually able to get from the IRS. But I'm scared. I don't know why if I want to mess with that and just leave my benefits alone and not have the IRS digging in my stuff.
I mean, you have a business under the table, right?
It's a nonprofit.
Is
I mean, I said it's
yeah.
a sole profit. It is a nonprofit. I have not even collected one dime on it. I don't take money from people. So there's no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to taxes, there's a bunch of special tax deduction options. There's medical expense deductions. There's an additional standard deduction option if you're blind. You got earways, impairment related work expenses that also help. You also get the extra earning potential.
I'm claustrophobic. I stay inside. Haven't left the house in 5 years. Got a PCA. Got make money inside there. Like, I mean, I'm not complaining by any means.
Yeah.
I'm just simply doing this on behalf of my people that need help. Because I mean, I'm set. So I mean,
Sure.
They're not going to do anything to me because I'm kind of tippy top of the food chain. So I hear your phone ringing. I'm going to let you go. I just wondered if there was a special IRS form that I needed to grab.
I mean, there are. I'm not a tax specialist. I do the disability law. I'm not a tax attorney. I'm a disability attorney. I guess what I would say is this. From my perspective with this situation, what you're really asking is what other benefits can you tap into that give you money on a monthly basis? I mean, if you didn't have any LTD, any workers' comp, any, short-term disability no, you wouldn't use that. Any VA benefits, like those would be your main actionable titles for adding or stacking benefits. But I mean, other than that, you would just have unique programs to the state or county, and you're already utilizing the housing one. So then at that point, I'd have to go to the religious institutions and the mega corporations that have special donation programs and utilize those, because that's kind of where you would get additional ones from. But
okay, so my SSI is going to go up, right? When I mean, I'm 58 now, so wait a few more years and then I can apply, and then my SSI will jump up along with my SSDI, or one will override the other. Right?
Well, they'll both increase based off the cost of living adjustment. So, I mean, you have SSDI, SSI because there's not enough SSDI to get you over 1,000. And so they, complement the SSDI benefits with the SSI attachment. But those will just go up based on the cost of living adjustment over time. And I mean, I don't know how much you're working and earning and things like that, or whether you're
No, I'm not working.
Well, you got a nonprofit though, right?
Yeah, but it's not, I have an EIN number basically.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I don't use it.
Okay.
I would only use it as if that's why I'm trying to set it up now.
Gotcha.
Because of all of these changes, CFPB, I've got a master's in economics. My mother's worked in credit unions for 57 years. Like, I know about all this stuff. It's just I'm trying to help others.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about me. I'm just worried about them, that they're going to make a mistake and then therefore blow their review.
Oh, that's a different question though. That's I mean,
it's okay.
Yeah. So I would say this, catch up with me on Thursday, which is basically not tomorrow, but the next day. I'm going to try and go live again, but we should be able to rock and roll from there. But I guess
I'll have a little bit more information. I really didn't expect to get through anyway, but you're awesome. Go help all your people because they need more than I do, and you're amazing, and I love you to death.
Absolutely.
And also that's it. Okay, thank you.
Excellent.
Bye. And I'm Jewish, so
excellent. Very good.
Not bacon.
Very good. Oh, well, excellent. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we'll rock and roll and catch up from there.
All right, sweet man. You're the best. Thank you so much for the truth.
Thank you, madam. Excellent. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Excellent. So there are certain programs for the blind, and the interesting thing is that with blind individuals, they actually have the most traditional benefits available to them because it's viewed as the most impairment. It's an impairment that limits you the most from potentially being able to work. So now we did miss a bunch of callers there. I'm going to try and call some of them back real quick so we can get them on the phone and put the speaker on, and then we will rock and roll from there. Let me see if I can get this gentleman on real quick so we can answer some Social Security disability questions and keep things going and doing well. But hopefully we can get this person on the phone. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. How can I help you?
Hi, thanks for taking my call. Hope you can. I have a question. I'll be 62 at the end of November. I'm waiting on disability to go through.
Mhm.
I don't know if I should take my regular Social Security early or hope and pray my disability goes through. I've been turned down once in 2006.
Mhm.
And have just reapplied again. But going through a divorce, job hunting, and a couple jobs, they couldn't hire me because of surgeries I have coming up, but don't want to lose the house. So I don't know if I can make it till November. What should I do, Walter?
Well, I mean, in that situation, you got to take retirement early and then basically. So when did you do the new filing, by the way?
Just 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's going to take too much time. So do you have?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah. So I mean, what I would do if I were you, and I wanted to like really, play the game a little bit well, I would reach out to the county and see if they had any rental assistance, mortgage assistance programs. Then after that, I would go ahead and basically, figure out what programs I could get onto to kind of pay for what I needed to have paid for. And then after that,
They
yeah.
did just help me with my back taxes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I talked to an attorney here.
Sure.
My neighbor referred me, and he thought it was best to try to wait. So I didn't take the early Social Security because I'm going to take a huge hit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and appreciate all you do
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sounds good. And remember, for people that are over 60, it's taken around 9 to 12 months to get initial adjudication completed. So just make sure you do whatever you can. Submit any additional expedited means, for expediting the claim. The rule you want to go read is I-2-1-40. Again, I-2-1-40. It's on Google.
40.
Yep, you want to go look that up and then submit whatever you can related to that information as well.
Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Much love from Michigan.
Absolutely, madam. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
And you as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Perfect. We're going to take the next call real quick and keep rocking and rolling from here. Let's see what we've got going on. Is the internet connection holding? Looks like it's okay. That's good. That's good. Excellent. Let's take the next call real quick. All right, next caller is on the phone. It's on speaker. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm an injured federal worker, and I got my disability 23 years ago. So I'm drawing federal workers' comp, and it's offset with Social Security.
Mhm.
And my question is I only had one CR the first year,
Uh-huh.
and I never had anything since then, man. I'm just wondering, was that because all my medical documentation is through workers' comp? Because they monitor me pretty good.
So real quick, okay, when did you originally receive those benefits?
2002.
Okay, what are the top 5 impairments that we're dealing with here?
It was mental and foot and leg.
And walk me through the mental impairments. And was there like crisis medical treatment? Not really.
Yeah, a little bit of medical treatment mentally, and I'm on depression medicine with that, and then I got a crushed foot and leg.
Okay.
A lot of nerve damage.
Okay. I mean,
So I'm on a lot of Neurontin, gabapentin, and pain medicine.
yeah. I mean, to me, this does not sound like a claim where they're going to be doing a bunch of reviews going forward, whether it's workers' comp or SSDI benefits. So I don't see this being one of those situations where, realistically at the end of the day, they're going to be on you, and on you again. So I don't foresee that being an issue. You've got too many physical and mental impairments, and the physical impairments that you have limit your ability to walk and or sit because of the pain. So I mean, I don't see them coming after you a lot. I mean, what's your current age now?
61.
So, yeah, man, it's with your impairments, it's just unlikely. I mean, if they come across some massive fraud scheme that you magically pulled off, maybe then yeah, sure. But that just does not seem like you're doing that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, sure. Thank you, Walt.
Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
You too.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Very good. We're going to take the next caller. We're going to be doing about 30 minutes, but I first want to do a super huge shout out to Christy Hughes, who did a massive $20 donation. Super thank you to her. That is absolutely amazing, and we super appreciate it. Thank you for that. We're going to take this next call real quick. Let's put the speaker on. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hi, I was calling to find out. I'm already have my disability, but I was wondering, is Social Security is disability finna stop? It's so confusing to me because I'm hearing so much.
Oh, is Social Security in total going to stop? No, none of the programs are going to stop. But here's what's going to happen. The first burn that people will feel, which is not good, is that the Social Security trust funds will begin to dwindle to the point where they can't pay the full amount. That will happen probably, I would say, somewhere around 2032. Then from there, because people will be getting basically around 78-ish% of what they're supposed to be getting on retirement benefits. If they take the money from the disabled trust fund and put it into the retired, then 2033, 2034, that kind of area, you'll be seeing essentially disabled and retired in really, really deep water. Now, with that said, the next big problem is not that far down the trail, which is that there's not enough fertility, which means none of the kids are being born. Even like myself, 39 years old with no kids, and constantly working, trying to afford things. So the main thing they have to kind of consider with that situation.
I ain't having no more babies.
You're not having any more babies, you said?
No, that ain't coming out.
Hey, I'm telling
I
you.
ain't
Yeah, me either. So indeed. So I mean, what I would say is probably about 10 to 15 years after that, there's going to be a larger collapse, which means people are going to be making and receiving Social Security benefits, retirement benefits, widows benefits of an even smaller amount. Maybe getting
right now I'm getting my disability.
Sure. So
and I was hearing that they were going to stop the disability, and I'm like,
they'll never stop disability. They may convert it into a universal basic income with a boost benefit for disabled, but they'll never stop it. It's just going to struggle in 20 to 30 years. It's really going to struggle because they don't have enough kids getting jobs, paying taxes to pay for all the retired. And the retirement benefits are probably going to snooker the disabled trust fund, put it into the retirement benefits. And then the disabled will be in the same spot that the retired are, because it only takes 1 year for the retired to use up the entire trust fund of the disabled. So, I mean, there's a problem. There's a problem on the hill, on the horizon. It is an issue. It is an issue, Yeah.
okay, because I listen to you every night.
Sure.
What's going on?
Yeah.
But I do, listen to other people.
Sure.
But top of it, I'm other people.
Sure.
So that's why I'm like, let me just ask him, because I'm confused.
So they're never going to kill off disability benefits. That's never going to happen. But the program that they exist under is going to have to change. And the Democrats talk about super taxing the wealthy. That ain't ever going to happen, because, the wealthy fund them to actually go and, do the Democratic Party. So they're never going to super tax the billionaires and the super millionaires. They're just never going to do it. And then the Republicans are saying we need to push off the age so that people retire at 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, whatever. Look, here's the problem that we run into. America is not making enough children that are growing up to be good employees that pay a lot of taxes. So 20 years from now, 30 years from now, the benefits will be there, they'll just be reduced. And you're never really going to see this situation happening where they're not paying any benefits. I mean, they'll always be paying something, they'll just be significantly less than what they already are.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I feel better.
Yeah, excellent. Well, sounds good, madam. You have a
So
wonderful,
thank you so
yeah,
much.
absolutely. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, okay?
You too.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So real quick, a super thank you to Eagles Harley, a 99-cent donation, which is absolutely amazing. Again, super thank you to that gentleman. And then a big, big thank you to Christy Hughes, who did the big, big, big $20 donation. Again, that's absolutely amazing. We're going to go ahead and basically take a couple more phone calls. Let's see if we've got another one. Oh, the other one didn't go through. Let me see if I can just call this one and get them rolling. Hold on. Speakerphone is on. Let's see if we can get this person on the phone real quick. That way we are good to go. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. And hopefully we can get this individual on the phone. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. We are live on YouTube. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Yes, this is Buffy.
Sure.
I have a permit a concealed carry permit,
Sure.
but I am not going out to shooting ranges.
Mhm.
Now, would my benefits end just for having that permit alone?
No. They never passed the rule that they wanted to pass, which was that, basically listing level SSA recipients for the mental would not be allowed to have a firearm, a permit to have a firearm. That never got passed.
Yes.
Now look, if there's a CDI unit investigator, watching you go to a shooting range and following you around, they're going to get some good video footage of you properly standing, holding a firearm, and, basically, pew-pewing into some paper. They could use that against you, but that doesn't de facto mean that that's going to end your benefits. It just means that they could get some video footage of you with capacity to use that, for whatever reason, self-defense, whatever. So, keep in mind, just having that, not going to affect your benefits. However, going there, if an investigator was hired to follow you around, then that could potentially, if they followed you to a shooting club, they could potentially go ahead and use that against you if they got the footage of it.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay.
So,
All
yeah.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I just want to remind everybody to remember to like and subscribe. We've got to the next caller on the phone right now. Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. How can I help you, and what is your legal question? Go ahead.
Hey, what about you? Actually, my question is really just for me. I don't think it's going to help a lot of people out there, but I didn't know who else or how else to ask. So here we are. My main question is I do receive disability, and my question is, how can I find out exactly what it was that I got approved for? Okay, one of my main problems, I do have a traumatic brain injury.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that it was multiple things, but with all these, reviews and everything, I got concerned about that. And I'm like, well, I don't even recall everything that, I got approved for possibly.
Sure.
But I don't want to call them because I think that might, flag me or something, in their system. Does that make sense?
No, you can call them and ask them, but what you're really asking is, what type of approval did you have? Listing level, grid out, vocational allowance, etc. Do you have a copy of your original Social Security favorable letter from the administrative law judge, or were you found disabled at an earlier level?
I have no idea.
No
I have
idea.
no idea.
Did you go in front of a
And I might have
judge?
that, might have that paperwork somewhere. I never went in front of a judge. No,
Huh?
I did do, like their medical review and everything.
So you went in front of their doctors, you did a DDS
Yeah.
review, and were found. Okay, cool. So, all right. So what I would say is this. Okay. you're likely. What was your current? What was your age when you were found disabled?
It was in 2018, and I'm 52 now. So
All right, so you weren't a grid
about
out.
7 years ago.
All right, so you're going to be a
so about
listing.
45.
Yeah, so you're a listing level or a vocational allowance. Okay, so the bottom line is this: you were either a combination of all of your impairments combined to show that you couldn't
Mhm.
work, or one of your impairments, or a combination of smaller impairments with that impairment met, equaled, or exceeded a listed impairment when it comes to severity. How severe were you in, what was it, 2015 you said?
2018.
2018? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I got the traumatic brain injury, but I also have schizophrenia and, major depressive disorder,
Mhm.
a lot of those type of things.
Okay. Were you like, how are
And
they?
since then, I've had a degenerative like disc disease as well, but I don't
Mhm.
think that wasn't in that at all.
Okay. So just to clarify with this situation, like, all right, you probably were you working and then had to stop working as a result of some injury that occurred?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not one specific injury, but with the traumatic brain injury, I mean, it was pretty massive.
Yeah, but what happened?
An abusive relationship.
Okay. So you got hit
Like,
in the head.
And
Yeah.
before the traumatic brain injury, I'd literally had probably 6 other concussions within 4 months before that. Like it was pretty bad.
Okay. I mean, are you able to do basic math now? I mean, are you able to go back to a job? Are you not? What was the type of job you're doing before?
Before, well, I did a lot of different. But I mean, I worked manufacturing production. I worked at the Harley plant out here in Kansas City, and I worked for the Postal Service. But I mean, I've also done a lot of waitressing, customer service. I mean, I used to be an adult entertainer for a pretty long
Sure.
run,
Sure.
and that type of thing. And with my mental now, I'll be honest, I pretty much keep a notebook with me because I do. I mean, I just forget, and it's so frustrating because I always thought people, that had memory problems or dementia, that it was just a blank space. It was just gone. But no, I know that I used to know it, and I can't grasp it.
Okay. So it was probably a vocational allowance. So you take all of your impairments and they equate it to an inability to go ahead and work a simple SVP1, SVP2, sedentary or light job. And that's likely what you're found disabled. So how long you were found disabled in 2018? So they're not going to have your classic, e-folder anymore. So the bottom line is you just have to figure out what impairments you had at that point, and then kind of go ahead and assume those are all the impairments that in combination limited your ability to go ahead and do work. And that's
Okay.
why they would have approved you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I'm sorry that I
Yeah.
took your time because, like I said,
No
I
worries.
know this doesn't help anybody else, but I was worried about, like, if I call them,
Mhm.
being like, what did you guys approve me for?
Mhm.
Because I don't remember. I really don't. So,
Yeah. No, I hear you.
okay, thank you for answering my call. Okay, You have
Absolutely.
a great night.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Bye
Oh, and
bye.
by the way,
Yeah.
I love your channel. Love it, love it, love
Oh.
it. You are awesome. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott, Disability Resolution PA. Just giving you a quick answer right there. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I've called you a few times,
Sure.
and you've always given me really good information. And I called the time that, or I called after I haven't called you since I got my my case or the judgment, and but everything went like just perfect. I mean, like my attorney was really awesome. The
Good.
doctor was awesome, but the judge said he denied it, and so this is my third time. My impairments, are a schizoaffective, bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, anxiety disorder. Anyway, he didn't question any of that. He just looked at all the medical records that I've been like for the last 5 years, even though he only went back to, I think, 2022.
Okay.
But how often do you get, cases like that where, and we're appealing it. And so it's probably going to be another year, but how often do you get cases like that?
Where somebody got denied from an ALJ hearing where they thought they were going to win? All the time, every day.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just everything seemed to be working great, but I just got and the one reason why he said, I'll consider, he said he would consider something at a later date. And I think it was, had something to do with physical, like, I don't know. My knees all messed up too, but I can't remember what, and I don't have my paperwork. I just logged on to talk to you again. But anyway, well, cool, man. Hey, I appreciate. I'll probably talk to you, in another couple months. You're doing a great job, and thanks so much for taking our calls.
Absolutely, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, and we'll catch up down the line.
Hey, when are you gonna do your music thing?
Soon, actually. The first video is going to be coming out with how the setup of the guitar amps and the guitars and recording disabled people using kind of the upper end like amps and such. And so for the past 30 something years, I've been collecting, here and there because, stuff's expensive, guitar amps and such. And very soon I'm going to be giving the tour of what's going to be the future recording area of Social Security recipients and disabled people and things like that. And I'm really excited about it, but I also know that for 30 years of collecting, it's not that impressive. So I'm expecting some shitty comments from people, but at the same time, it's a direction thing. We're moving in the right direction, Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see that when you have that up. So
absolutely.
Okay, man. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful, wonderful night, good sir.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Attorney Walter Knott. You're going to be the last call of tonight for the live video. Remember to use a fake name throughout this process. What is your legal question? Go ahead.
Yes. I was approved for just SSI.
Sure.
And I finally got the third installment of the back pay. And I'm wondering, what am I allowed to spend that on?
No, anything. I mean, just not illegal stuff, but anything.
Like, would, and this may sound kind of like, would like purchasing like gold or silver with it, could that be counted as a resource?
That's going to be counted as a resource if they know what it is that you bought. And that could be potentially used against you. So you got to be real careful with that stuff. Some people inherit it and it's like in a unique shape and they can claim that it has sentimental value and ties back to whatever. And then they're allowed to keep it. But to be fair, you know what I mean? That's not what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I guess like so for I have accrued like quite a bit of past debt with my parents, like just them having to cover everything like in the approval process.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been repaying them quite a bit of the lump sums that I've been getting.
Sure.
Will that look weird to SSA or no?
You just have to keep basically records of it and do it all through banks so that you have transaction records because you're going to want to see the paper trail on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that about covers it. Thank you so much.
Perfect, good sir. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, okay?
You as well. Take care.
Thank you, good sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Excellent, everybody. So that is the final call for the night. I go live to help people and I donate time to answer questions for free. I know it's super late, but this is kind of how it is. I'll be catching up with you all tomorrow as well. Attorney Walter Knott, I'm the most viewed, subscribed to, and clicked on Disability Attorney in America. Please remember to like and subscribe. Also, if you're going to hire a disability attorney, you don't have to necessarily hire me. You can hire somebody else, but always ask, what was the referral fee? So if you don't call a law firm directly and you call, for example, some group that wants you to, that refers you to some other law firm, make sure the referral fee that they're going to go ahead and charge to send you to some other attorney is a proper one. Some of them are fine. Some of them are ridiculously expensive. Also, with that said, please remember to, if you enjoy these videos, go over to Google and type in Disability Resolution Law Firm or Disability Resolution Florida. Throw some stars up there if you want. I will catch you all a little bit later. And also, please remember, Mondays and Thursdays, I try to go live to answer questions for free. And if you want a private session, which is where you buy 1 hour of time, like a free consultation that we turn into a full hour and becomes a private session, that is below with the mini contract. And those are basically $250 per hour. And sometimes it has to take about 2 weeks, but we're trying to add more hours for those things because they are very popular. A lot of people have very unique situations going on. Anyways, I will catch you all a little bit later. You have an absolutely wonderful day. Attorney Walter Knott will rock and roll from there. Thank you so much. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.